More than 2,000 people are now confirmed dead in what health officials are calling the fastest spreading Ebola outbreak ever recorded. It took 9 weeks to reach the first 1,000 deaths. The next 1,000 deaths took just 3 weeks. Here is what actually happening, why it is spreading this fast, and what the real risk level is. Because it is now what a lot of headlines are implying. Let's start with the data. As of the latest count from Congolese health official, there have been 4,381 confirmed cases and 2,011 deaths spread across 5 provinces in the country's conflict-affected eastern and northeastern regions. The case fatality rate is estimated at 45.9%, meaning nearly half of the confirmed cases have been fatal. This is now the second largest Ebola outbreak ever recorded, behind only the massive 2014 and 2016 West Africa epidemic, which killed more than 11,000 people over roughly 2 years. What makes this outbreak stand out isn't just the death toll, it's the speed. Here is the comparison that really puts it in perspective. In the DRC's 2018 to 2020 outbreak, it took a little over 12 months to reach 2,000 deaths. This time, deaths went from 1,000 to 2,000 in less than a month. So, a few specific factors are driving that speed. First, the outbreak is believed to have actually started back in February, months before it was officially declared on May 15th, meaning this virus had a significant head start before any response even began. Second, it's spreading through conflict-affected regions with rebel activity, badly damaged roads, limited infrastructure, making it extremely difficult for health workers to reach remote localities quickly. Third, and this is a serious complicating factor, many health workers have gone on strike to protest not being paid for their work since the outbreak was declared. And there is one more critical piece. Most new cases are being found outside of contacts that responders are actively monitoring, meaning the outbreak has hardly outpaced the ability to track where it's actually spreading the next. So here is what makes this outbreak medically unusual. It is because by the Bundibugyo virus, a rarer Ebola species, and there is currently no approved vaccine or treatment specifically for it. The vaccines that exist were developed for a different, more common Ebola species. In response, the World Health Organization's vaccine experts recommended a full-scale human trial to test whether the existence approved Ebola vaccine offers cross protection against this strain, and clinical trials have already begun in Aturi province, the center of the outbreak. That's a genuinely urgent, live scientific effort are happening in real time as the outbreaks continues. Now, here is the part I want to be really clear and careful about. Ebola spreads through direct contact with the bodily fluids of an infected, symptomatic person, not through the air, not through casual contact. Historically, outbreaks like this have stayed heavily concentrated in the affected regions, with only rare isolated cases reaching elsewhere. There has been at least one confirmed case in a US citizen, a humanitarian worker who was in the DRC actively responding to the outbreak, not someone infected in the United States. For the average person outside the affected region, current risk remains very low. This is first and foremost a humanitarian emergency for the people of Eastern DRC, not a global outbreak in the making, at least based on how this virus have behaved historically. So, to conclude it, a record-breaking, fast-moving outbreak, a real vaccine race happening right now, and a humanitarian response struggling against conflict, unpaid health workers, and damaged infrastructure. This is a serious, ongoing tragedy for the people living through it, even if the direct risk to most of us watching this is low. I will follow up as the vaccine trial results come in. Subscribe if you want that update, and if you are looking for a way to help, I will link a couple of weighted global health organizations in the description. So, see you in the next video.